Just thought we'd have a look at how much desk space this is taking up, and this is without the amplifier that's in the shed. This is the FT101E, which I've just got running on a 10 metre vertical at the moment, of all things. And I'm just kind of having a bit of a clean up, and I thought, oh, we should maybe just brighten this up a little bit. There's a little bit of dust and bits. It still could be cleaner, to be honest. But this is a reasonable sort of lineup of the ASU FT101 sort of range of bits and pieces. I've got a few other bits out in the shed, but as you can see, they won't fit on the lineup. It's I ran out of room. But beautiful old radio, these things. And when you start sort of having a play with the transverters and the monitor scope and everything all in one, it's more for, I mean, it's certainly not the probably the most efficient way to to get yourself on 2 or 6 metres, but it's a bit of fun just having a play and just seeing how much it varies in its stability. But I thought I'd just run it up and make sure no capacitors went bang, and seemed to come up okay. This is actually my personal one, which I've had for years, and it has been a while since it's been up. Turn the 100 hertz oscillator off might help there. Although I think it was someone dropping a carrier actually. But they're a great old piece of equipment. Not bad on an old 10 metre antenna actually. I didn't check if this is one of the 101Es that someone put a crystal in the auxiliary band. Sometimes you find someone's put 27 megs in these. I've had this for years and I would not have a clue what's in there. I don't think much. Let's have a look. Oops, wrong one. Pre-select would be better. Oh, something in there, but I don't know what it is. Noise blanket might help. Whatever crystal this is on, it's certainly got a bit of noise happening. I'm just seeing if sometimes you'll find that they're transmitting on 27355. I've got to come around a little bit here if I'm going to do that. Hang on. Just see if we're getting any carrier. It's been that long since I've played. No, I don't think we've got anything there. It's alright. I wasn't sure whether we had anything on there, but so I don't know what they've got in the auxiliary on this one. I'll have to have a look at some stage. But let's have a look here. Still sounds like there's something though, but hard to know. Very hard to know. Yeah, there's a crystal in there. I'll have to run it up on the frequency counter and just see what's actually in there. Anyway, getting a lot of noise here on this antenna today. It's just huge with the hot weather we've got here. Much better down on the on 40 meters. A lot less noise than as I go up in the bands, which is kind of interesting. Well, let's have a look. Just have a bit of a play here. And we'll bring it back to about 40 metres there for transmit. I'll just go below that frequency a bit. I have not transmitted on this for 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm on current there. Sorry, try that. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Might have to have a little look at that because I have not fired this thing up for so long. Hang on a sec. Amazing what happens when you tune it up a bit, but 1 2 3. Okay, yeah, all transmitting, all fine, which is interesting. Certainly. Oh, it's coming up really well. JDS, Darryl over in South Australia. Anyway, So that's a bit of a look at the old FT101E. Hasn't fired up for quite a long time. Wiped the dust off and didn't go bang, so that's good. Seems to be transmitting okay and getting a bit of power out. And for an antenna that's not really right for it at the moment, I won't transmit too much, but 6J06s is getting a little bit hard to find on these things. But yeah, still got to get more dust off this thing, I tell you. Get me a little paintbrush in there and clean it up. Alright, well, there you go, that's working, and they're a nice lineup. As I said, I wish I just had a bit more width, because there's a couple more bits that I could chuck in there, but we're running out of room, and this is just a bit of a side area of this room, and there's bits and pieces. This is an old Drake setup that came from Adelaide, and Swan 400 that is in beautiful condition. Adelaide again, would you believe it? And a really nice mint 701 lineup with the 701 power supply came from Adelaide. There you go. So Adelaide sort of did me very proud as my home state, so all good. Alright, it's been nice to just have a quick play with this and see if it works. Hopefully it's not another few years before we fire it up. It's certainly taken up some space, I can tell you. 73s from VK3CM, JDW229. Have a great 2020, New Year's Eve, etc. coming up. 40 odd degrees I think it's going to be. All the best. Cheers.